masterclass from here. Handling it over to you now.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Just give me a second. Okay. I hope I am audible to everyone and my screen is visible to everyone. Great, great, great. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to first of all talk about the evolution of chat GPT and how a chatbot became a chat GPT. We will also try to understand various uh, terms that are very much popular in the industry today, which is agentic AI, AI agent, multi-agentic systems, and AI workflow, AI automation. So we will talk about all these terms, LLMs, and then finally we will understand the um, various job opportunities that are there for us as a working professional. So let's start with the understanding about how a chatbot used to function. So if we think about year 2018 or before that, let's call it as 2015, this was a time when chatbots were popular, very much popular in the industry. And you would have seen that every other website or every other company, they were implementing chatbot in their website or in their application. But how these chatbots were actually functioning. So if I look at the example of a banking website, so let's say this is a website of a bank. Let's call it as HDFC Bank. So this is the HDFC Bank website. Now, you would see that in this website, you will see a pop-up on the lower right side, which is basically the chatbot. So this is the chatbot, right? Now, if you ask this particular chatbot a question, let's say your query is basically how to open a savings bank account. So when you put a query on this particular chatbot, which is available in the HDFC Bank website, this particular chatbot will take your query and will go inside the database in which it has been trained on. So in this database, let's call it as FAQ database. In this database, there will be n number of questions and their respective answers. Questions, answers, questions, answer, and so on. Questions, answer. So in this FAQ database, which HDFC Bank would have maintained for a long time, so let's call it as database of frequently asked question maintained by the HDFC Bank. So in this particular database, what this chatbot will do, the chatbot will take your query and will try to find out the closest match of your query with the questions that are available in the FAQ database. So what it will perform is known as the similarity matching. Similarity matching. And similarity matching is basically a process of finding out the similar question or basically a similar word to the query that you have provided. So it is not performing the semantic search. There is a difference between the similarity search and the semantic search. One is known as keyword matching or keyword search. In this process, what we do, we try to search for the words in the list of word. So let's say if the word is savings, the chatbot will search for which particular question over here consists of the word saving. So it will go in each of the question and the answer set that is available in the database, and it will simply perform the keyword search. So is the saving keyword available in this question? Is the saving keyword available in this question? Is the saving keyword available in this question? And so on. And let's say it was able to find out that the word saving and the bank and the open and the account. So these words, open, saving, bank, account, all these words are available in this question. So what it will do, it will take the corresponding answer and will return to you as the answer to your query. So what it is performing is known as a keyword matching, where it is not looking at the meaning of the sentence. It is just trying to find out the similar or the closest question that is similar to your query. And how the similarity is defined right now, the keyword matching. There is something also known as the semantic matching, semantic search. Now in the semantic search, we try to find out the sentences or the word which are closer to the meaning. So if I say apple, now apple is a fruit, so it will try to find out those words which are similar to this particular word, also similar to the meaning of the word. So right now, or in the year 2015, chatbots were able to answer your queries by performing keyword matching. They were not looking at the meaning, the semantic meaning of the questions that you were providing. So what happened in year 2017, scientists thought that is it possible to get this particular chat bot become a generalized chatbot. Now, what is the meaning of generalized chatbot? As of now, this particular chatbot is limited to a domain and a limited set of knowledge base, right? So I cannot use this chatbot to ask questions related to any other company or any other industry. So this chatbot, which is running on the HDFC Bank website, is limited to one domain and company, and it is not general chatbot, which basically mean if you ask this chatbot a query, let's say, who is the first PM of India? Now, when you provide this query to this chatbot will simply not be able to answer this query. Why? Because this chatbot is not a generalized chatbot. This chatbot is limited to a company and it has been trained on the limited set of knowledge. So in 2017, scientists started thinking that can they somehow make a chatbot become a generalized chatbot? But there was a problem. The problem was if I want to make a generalized chatbot, a chatbot which is not limited to a domain or a knowledge base. So generalized chatbot basically means a chatbot not limited to a domain or a knowledge base. The problem was that if they want to make this a generalized chatbot, they need to provide this chatbot with the knowledge of every possible topic in this entire world, which basically means they need to train this chatbot using the internet data. Internet data. And with this thought process, they started looking for methods to train a chatbot on a internet data. Internet data, why internet data? Because they want to come up with a generalized chatbot which is not limited to a domain. They wanted to bring a chatbot which is able to answer your questions from any domain and from any particular sector, which basically mean the chatbot which they were trying to bring should be able to have information about everything, and there is only one such resource which can help you with this kind of data, which is the internet data. So if I make someone learn or memorize the entire internet data, that particular person would actually be able to answer any of my question, right? Because internet has answer to every question. So that was the thought process which they wanted to implement. But there was a very big problem. The problem was how? Because if they want to train a machine, because chatbot is a machine, right? This is a mathematical machine. So if they want to train a machine on such a huge data, they need some kind of mechanism, the training mechanism. So the problem was there was no training mechanism that can facilitate this learning process. And that is where in 2017, there was a person whose name was um, Ashish Vaswani. This person wrote a paper which was named as Attention All You Need. And this paper actually helped the entire scientist industry or everyone who was trying to solve this problem with the answer. So this paper introduced the mechanism that they were looking for to facilitate this learning process. So this paper introduced two concepts. One was the attention mechanism, and second was the transformers. So these were the two techniques which helped OpenAI, which helped Gemini and every other company to start training their generalized chat model. So, using this particular ideation, which was proposed by Ashish Vaswani, OpenAI and Google, they both simultaneously started implementing this paper. OpenAI was able to first implement this paper, and they were able to launch their official chat model, which they named as Chat GPT in, I think, 22nd November 2021. So that was basically the uh, date on which they were able to launch this kind of chat model, which is able to answer all your general question. So if you look at this chat GPT, which we use today and which was launched at that time, chat GPT is based on a technology which is known as LLM. LLM stands for large language model. And large language model are those chat models which are basically trained on huge amount of huge amount of internet data. And how they have been trained on? With the mechanism that was proposed by Ashish Vaswani. So LLMs are those chat models which are trained on humongous amount of internet data, and they are generalized chat model, which basically means they are not limited to a domain. They can answer any of your general question. And how they are able to answer? By using semantic search. So they are not just doing the keyword matching, they are trying to understand your question and trying to answer your question based on the semantic meaning, semantic search. So this is the basically evolution of how chatbot became chat GPT. But chat GPT, when it was launched, it was basically a dumb model. And the reason it was dumb model is because it was not able to answer your questions efficiently. So there were some problems. The problems were that it was just a artificial memory which was able to answer your questions by simply doing the prediction. This is how it was working. Basically, if you ask ChatGPT to write a story about Indian boy named Ram. So when you provide this prompt to your LLM, initially what these LLMs were doing, they were predicting the keyword, the next keyword. So based on this context, what is the first word that will come? So whenever a human writes a story always starts with the letter or the word once. So the first word would be once. Just give me 1 minute. Uh, I hope I'm audible. I lost the connection. I hope my screen is visible now. Can you guys please confirm? Okay. So I was talking about the process how LLM predicts. So when ChatGPT initially launched their first model, which was GPT-3, so their first model was GPT-3. So when they launched their first model GPT-3, that was a very basic model and that was essentially a dumb model. And the reason I am calling it as a dumb model is because it was not able to understand the process of which is known as reasoning. It was not able to reason, and I'll tell you what is the meaning of reasoning. So if I say write a story about Indian boy Ram, LLM will predict the first word, which is also known as a token. It will take this context, the first word and the context, and it will generate the next word. So which will be once upon. Then I will again provide this LLM with the context, the first word, the second word, and it will generate the third word once, then upon, then are. And this is how it will keep on generating until it has generated semantic sentence, a sentence which actually makes some sense. So that is what initially this LLM was doing. It was not able to reason. It was only able to predict the next token. The major problem was it was not able to reason. It was not able to reason, and it was limited to a knowledge cutoff. What is the meaning of knowledge cutoff? Knowledge cutoff means this particular model was trained on the internet data till a particular date. So for example, ChatGPT 4 was trained on the data till 2022. So it was not trained on the humongous, like it was not getting updated every day. So it was not able to get you real time answers. Let me show you something. If I go, so there is a website known as Chat GPT Playground. I think GPT Playground, or I think OpenAI Playground, not OpenAI Playground. Yeah, this one. So from this particular website, it is taking time. So this is the website. Now here you can see that I have the model I have selected is 4.1. Let me select a older model. The oldest model is 3.5 turbo. Let's use this model. And now what I'll do, I'll write a question over here. Question is, how many times can you subtract 10 from 100? Now what is the answer to this question? How many times can you subtract 10 from 100? You can subtract 10 from 100 9 times. So the answer is 9. Is it the right answer, guys? Is it a right answer? Guys, what do you think? Is it a right answer? So this is a wrong answer because you can subtract 10 from 100 only one time. Because next time when you subtract, it is subtracting from 90, not from 100. Let me open the same website again. OpenAI Playground. And this time I will use the latest model. So here I will choose the latest model, which is GPT-5, 555 chat latest, this one. Let me ask the same question now. How many times can you subtract 10 from 100? You can see it is asking once. After you subtract it is no longer 100. Can you see it is able to answer this question correctly? So this one is the latest model GPT-5 and this one is the oldest model GPT 3.5. So I hope now you guys are able to understand what I mean by being a dumb model, right? So this model, which was the latest model, was basically a very simple text generation model. It was generating the text based on what it has already generated, and there was a knowledge cutoff. Let me ask this question from GPT 3.5. Who is the current PM of India? And it will tell you the answer based on what it has been trained on. The current Prime Minister of India is Narendra Modi. Are you sure? Uh, I'm using 3.5 turbo, right? Okay. Uh, till what date are you trained on? Okay. Uh, who is the current CM of Bihar? as of 2025. So yeah, here you can see I'm unable to provide real-time information as my training data is up to date only until 2021, right? Let me answer the same question to Chat GPT 5.1. Here you can see it is able to answer me Nitish Kumar. So basically, I hope you are able to understand that these were the two problems. It was not able to reason the initial model which was generated by ChatGPT 3, and it was limited to certain knowledge cutoff. And that is what ChatGPT tried progressing. So over the year from 2021 to 2025, they tried to solve this problem. So now the model which we use, ChatGPT 5, it is not a just a word prediction model. This model is not just a word prediction model. It is basically a model that can reason matlab it can basically plan. So if I ask you, prepare me a cup of tea, how you will plan internally in your mind? So you will first of all think, to prepare the tea you need these ingredients, then you need to put you need a container where you can put water, then you need to put uh, let's say tea leaves into it. Progress. Just give me a second, guys. Right? So basically, when I ask you a question, you are able to plan and you are able to think logically. That was the kind of capability which was given to ChatGPT. It was able to reason, it was able to plan and then execute. Second, it was connected with the functionality of internet search. Third, it was given with the power of multimodality. What is the meaning of multimodality? Multimodality basically mean not it can not only generate text but can also generate images, audio, video. So as of now, ChatGPT is limited to generating text and images. But if I talk about Gemini, the latest model of Gemini, it is able to generate image, audio, and video also, right? So I hope you guys are able to understand the entire evolution of how a chatbot became Chat GPT, which became the AI as we use today. So the reason I am calling the LLM which we use today as AI, because this LLM which we use today is not limited to just the word prediction. It can understand your question, it can plan, and it can control. Now, what is the meaning of agentic AI? Because we have understood AI. AI basically is that sophisticated model which has got the capabilities of human thinking. And then it is able to also generate not only just the text, but also images, also videos, also audio. So that is what the AI which we use today. But this AI is basically artificial brain today. Now, if I ask this artificial brain, which is the LLM, plan and book me a 5-day trip to, or let's keep it very simple. So let's say the question is, find and book the cheapest flight from Delhi to Bangalore. Now, I hope you guys will acknowledge that Chat GPT or the LLM that we use today can find the cheapest flight for us, right? Yes or no, everyone? The LLM can definitely do the step number one. It can find the cheapest flight because LLM that we use today is now connected with internet search. So it can do this task for me. But the question is, can it book? Can it also book? It cannot, right? Because it don't have the access. But what if I provide the access? So what if I provide or connect this particular LLM with, let's say, the booking.com? What if I connect this particular LLM with, let's say, my Amazon Pay account? Amazon Pay account. What if I connect this particular LLM with my Google Calendar? Google Calendar. So this is what agent is. These are what the agents are. This is an agent. This is an agent. This is an agent. These are basically the tools which are co-working with the artificial brain to execute end-to-end task. This is what is agent. So agent is basically a particular brain which is also given with some access of the tool to co-work and execute your end-to-end task. And that is what is happening today. But today, what we use is known as agentic AI. Agentic AI is that particular framework which involves multiple agents working together. So let's say I have a particular LLM, and this LLM is connected with internet also. This LLM is connected with the weather API, weather data or weather tool also. This is connected with a calculator also. This is connected with a let's say flight search also. This is connected with booking.com also. And then if you provide this LLM with a question that plan and book me 5-day trip to Bali, I hope you guys will acknowledge that now this LLM, being the artificial brain and has the access of all these tools, can co-work and can get your entire task, which is the goal. This is the goal of the LLM done, right? This entire framework is known as agentic AI. And if I involve multiple agents working together, that is known as the multi-agent systems. So if I have another LLM with another set of tools, another LLM with another set of tools, and there is one master LLM who is controlling all these, then this framework is known as multi-agentic system. So I hope now you guys are able to understand a little bit that how industry started using chatbots. They evolved it to chat GPT. They evolved it to AI. They connected it with a tool to make agentic AI, or I would say AI agent, AI agent. Then they connected multiple agents to create agentic AI framework. And that is what we use today. Now, if you connect multiple agentic AI, we have multi-agent systems. So I hope you guys are able to understand that how the entire industry has progressed and evolved. But there is a problem. How you guys must be thinking, by Naukri kidhar hai? Where is the job now? So let's understand the job market now. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Now, the entire job market is divided into two segments. One is the user, one is the developer. And developer are no code developer and code developer. Now, what are the users? Users are those people who are using AI to optimize their task or to help themselves uh, simplify a repetitive task. So, for example, if you have a regular task of checking your email and then approving something, then this is not or maybe just let's take a very simple example. If you are using chat gpt to rewrite your email by correcting the spelling mistakes and grammar, then you are the user of ai. If you are using nano banana to create some images, then you are the user of ai. If you are using, let's say, a vo3 to create some videos, then you are the user of ai. Now remember one thing, industry is not hiring for the users. Users of ai is not a skill. Being a user of ai, you are not gaining any kind of skill. Being a user of ai is the necessity of the hour. So I hope you guys will acknowledge that if I go back in 2015 or even before that, 2010, companies or the employers, they were assuming that you know computer, right? So use of computer was a default skill, was a default skill. No one was asking you or no one was mentioning in their job description that we require a person who knows how to use a computer, because knowing how to use a computer was a default skill. No one was looking or explicitly mentioning that in their job description. Similarly, using ai is a default skill. It will become a default skill over next 3 years, 4 years. So using ai is like a default skill nowadays. Default skill. And this is something which all of you need to know. And if you want to become the user of ai, the only thing that you need to learn is how to write a efficient prompt. How to write a efficient prompt, and which is basically known as the prompt engineering. So this is basically a default skill which all of you need to be aware about. No one will ask you or no one will explicitly mention that I need a person who knows how to write a prompt. Writing a good prompt is a necessity now. If I look at this another section, which is the developer section, these are people who are creating solutions on top of AI. So these are people who are creating solution using the power of AI. For example, I want to create a agentic system which can automatically book flight for me, and I want to deploy it on my website. So let's say I have a website booking.com, and in this website booking.com, if I go and I use the chatbot, now this chatbot is that powerful agentic system where I just simply write my query that uh, book me a flight from Delhi to Bangalore, which is cheapest. Now, this particular chatbot is enabled by the agentic AI system, which basically means it will be able to take care of everything and yet will be able to uh, carry out your task. Now, who is going to create this? Who is going to create such systems? Who is going to create such system for booking.com? That is where these people comes into picture, the AI developers. Now you can become an AI developer either by coding or by no coding. So there are multiple no coding platforms also available where you do not need to code, but you need to just connect. So platforms such as N8N, Make.com, Zapier, all these platform provides you with the capability to create agentic AI systems or multi-agent systems without coding. But there are job requirements majorly available in this section, which is developing AI solutions using coding. And for this, you need to be aware about a lot of things. First of all, you need to be aware about a little bit the background of LLMs, how LLMs are trained, a little bit background about machine learning, basically how a machine was able to learn this, all this, a detailed background about Python. So I would say Python intermediate, the frameworks which are running on top of Python, which is LangChain and LangGraph. So these are the frameworks using which I can create such AI systems. And definitely, plus the prompt engineering. We cannot avoid this. So this is basically what we at Coding Ninjas are trying to help the people with. If you are someone who is already in this particular sector, where you are a existing software developers or existing technical person and you want to get into this AI domain, then this is basically the section where the major requirement is coming up from the industry. They are looking for developers who can create systems, the AI systems using the existing platform that they have. So someone has the existing website, someone has the existing mobile software, sorry, mobile application, and they want to implement AI on top of it. So that is where the job requirement is, and that is where the Coding Ninjas um, Job Ready Bootcamp and Coding Ninjas Generative AI Bootcamp is going to help you. So that is all about from my side, guys. I hope I was able to give you a broad, not in depth, but a broad picture about what happened in the last 3 years and what industry has evolved into, and what is the job market right now, and what are the various job roles that you can expect. What are the skills that the market is looking for right now? If you guys have any question, let me know. Otherwise, Coding Ninjas can take over. I, Vishal, right now, Python is the most compatible language. If you are in Java, Java is also very good. But as of now, industry is more inclined over towards Python. So uh, more job requirements are coming towards the Python. But if you know Python plus Java, then you are a very important person. So Python and Java is like a bumper combination. Okay. Any other question? Coding Ninjas, you guys can take over.
Sure. So, yeah, first of all, thank you so much, Sumit, for such an insightful and informative session taken. Guys, this was it from Sumit's end for the masterclass today. Now, before winding up the session, I'll just be giving you an overview of what we're actually providing being the part of this program. So, this will be a 6 months live program wherein uh, one will be getting, first of all, a welcome kit from us at a good gesture for enrollment, which will be containing letter, ID, t shirt, bag, and super kind of things. Uh, you'll be having orientation done from IIT Mandi, and you'll be getting some guest lectures that too from IIT Mandi itself. And there will be a one-day campus immersion for certification ceremony once upon successful completion of the certificate. 10 plus GenAI projects to work upon your skill sets to practically implement skill sets, whatever you have learned being the part of this program in Coding Ninjas. 24/7 AI support so that you can clear all the doubts and queries then and there itself. You do not have to wait for another live class, wait for another mentor to be available to join in and help you with the doubts. With the help of 24/7 AI support, you will be able to clear all the doubts and queries, whatever you have. Career services, wherein we'll be helping you with resume reviews. You will be having the job portal access of NSDC so that you can hunt for the job roles that you have you can hunt for the job roles like GenAI engineer, multi-agent systems developer, prompt engineer, and so on, guys. Once again, this was just an overview. If you want to deep dive into it, if you want to know more about it, how this actually could be helpful for the goals that you have set for yourself, may it be growing into the same domain that you are working, may it be maybe if you are looking for the transition into other industry, how GenAI can be impactful into your career, we'll be helping you into it. So for that, you just have to click on the link available into the chat box, fill in your basic details, and get a chance to get in connect with our counselors one-on-one. We'll be getting in touch with you as soon as possible, and we'll be helping you out in the best way possible, guys. So this was it from my end, guys. Once again, just fill in the details by clicking on the link so that we can get in connect with you and we can help you out in the best way possible, guys. So I'll just be waiting for another 1 to 2 minutes since I can see we have a lot of participants still into the masterclass. We have NS Pandan, we have Krishna Rajesh Mishra, we have Jitesh Balwani, Manish Kumar, Om Prakash, and so on, guys. I'll not be able to take each and every name. But yes, guys, if you have not filled in the form yet, you can still do so, and we'll be helping you out in the best way possible. Also, there are some scholarships, especially to the people who are attending this masterclass. So if you want to get that scholarship as well, you need to fill in the form. Our team will get in touch with you. We'll be evaluating your profile. And if it seems like you're eligible and we are left with any of the scholarship seats, we'll be helping you out to get enrolled in one of our upcoming batches while taking the maximum benefits of the scholarships as well. So fill in your form, guys. I'll just be waiting for another 1 to 2 minutes and then we'll be finding a session for today. So Jitesh, as I can see, your questions are around notes. See, you'll be having your dashboard, which we'll be creating on behalf of you so that you can attend all the lectures, right? Everything related to the GenAI, everything related to your program will be provided into that dashboard itself. You'll have your relationship manager that will be helping you out in getting whatever the lectures that you're attending. If you miss out the lectures as well, you'll be getting all the recordings the very next day on your dashboard itself. So yes, everything will be provided into the dashboard. And yes, notes will also be provided so that you can take the help of it and you can get your learning done. So I hope this clears your doubt, Jitesh. And once again, if you want to know more about it, fill in the form by clicking onto the link into the chat box, and then we'll be connecting you and we'll be helping you out in the best way possible. Yeah, thank you so much, Jitesh. We hope to see you in our program in one of our upcoming batches. I have again shared the form link so that the people who do not have the access to the link can do so. Now you can see into the chat box. As I can see, the question was from Anumula Ashok. So Ashok, and to the everyone who did not get the link earlier, you can click on the link and fill in your details, guys. And I'll be winding up the session sharp at 9:30. Till then, you have the time to fill in the form, guys. Ashok, I would recommend you to fill in the form, as that will be a one-on-one conversation that you'll be getting from our end, and we'll be helping you with each and everything. Jitesh, all of our master classes are like hand-on experience driven, as Sumit has also explained some of the things. Obviously, taking on to the one tool and explaining it would take a very long time. And also in the program, what we do is we offer you trial period actually, wherein you'll be able to access each and every tool. You'll be the part of our course. You'll be able to use each and every tool whatever we are helping you to learn with, and that is fully refundable. The trial period, in that trial period, if it seems like this is not something that you're looking for, not uh, uh, something that you'll be able to cope up, you can take a refund without even like we'll not be even asking a single question for the refund. But yes, on that trial period, you'll be able to experience each and everything whatever we are providing, being the part of this program. So I believe this clears your doubt, Jitesh. We have got your acknowledgement, Jitesh. Thank you so much. Okay, so on that note, guys, once again, thank you so much for your lovely participation to the masterclass. Just one last thing, if you have not filled in the form yet and you still want to know more about the program, you can revisit our website and request a call back from there. We'll get in touch with you and we'll be helping you out in the best way possible, guys. Once again, thank you so much. We hope to see each and every one of you in our upcoming batches for the program itself. Best of luck, guys. Till then, good night. The masterclass is over now.